Yo guys, this is Orbit here from TGN, and in this fight we're going to be looking at Ifrit hard mode. So we have a warrior and a paladin tanking. I am the main tank and kind of the paladin is the off tank. Okay, now the reason why he's the off tank is because he has a very important job, and that is to stun Ifrit when he does his powerful move called Eruption. We will know when he does Eruption because if you look at his health bar, kind of like the last quarter of his health bar, just above that, when he does a powerful move, it will come up, it will flash up, and he will know it's ready to stun. The reason why it's his job to stun is because he has fast stuns, whereas the rest of the group have they do have stuns, but it's a kind of a slow cooldown. What I recommend is actually everyone takes their stuns off of their hotbars. Okay, the reason why is because Ifrit can actually resist. If you try and stun him twice, he can kind of resist, and sometimes you will miss stunning him when you actually need to stun him on Eruption. Okay, Eruption is his powerful, there's Eruption there, just you saw it go up. If you missed that, scroll back and you'll see it. Eruption is a powerful move which is a huge area, okay, and it does a lot of damage as well. So if he manages to get Eruption off, you're more than likely to lose a person, or at least take heavy damage that you don't need. Okay, so make sure he's stunned on Eruption. What you just saw there was he flew up into the sky. He kind of went to the corner of, well, there's no corner in a circle, but he went to the edge of the circle, and all he does is just fly across in a straight line. It's very easy to avoid. However, in his phase 2 and phase 3, he makes clones of himself. So there's actually 2 of them that shoot across side by side, and then finally there's 3 of them which shoot across side by side. If that does, here he goes again, just shoots across. All you need to do is get out of the way of a straight line. If you do get in the way of that, it is deadly, but it's not a one-shot kill, okay? But it's easily avoidable. When there's 2 of them, when there's 3 of them, it does get a little bit trickier, especially if you're facing like the opposite side to him. It can be like, whoa, which way do I go? Just remember that if there's 3 of them or 2 of them staring at you, the one on the left always goes first, and then it goes middle and then to the right, okay? But apart from that, the easiest way to avoid that is to actually go side by side, so they're shooting away from you. He's running away from you. Apart from that, it's a really cool fight. Okay, he's got his fire breath attack, which kind of looks like that. That's the reason why I've got him facing away from the group, because it does a lot of damage and it's got quite a long distance away from him. Another attack that he does is he's got his slash, which he just did then. He's got this move, his Radiant Plumes. Radiant Plumes kind of, it goes either around the edge of the room, kind of clumped in the middle of the room, or everywhere apart from a small space in front of Ifrit. Okay, and you'll know that because, like you just saw, the floor kind of changes colour. Here it is again, in the middle. And then all you need to do is get out of the coloured area, and it will kind of blast flames up into the sky. Here's 2 Ifrits now, and you'll see what I mean. The left one goes first, then the middle one, and towards the end you'll see 3 of them, and again it's pretty similar. Okay, when he drops down, he should just jump straight to the tank, providing you had aggro before he jumped up to the sky. So it's not too, tanking this isn't actually so bad, but the paladin does have that important job, of course, of stunning the target. So like I said, he's got his Radiant Plumes, there it is, boom. He's got his fire breath attack, which does a lot of damage. You'll see every time he does his fire attack, my health does drop quite a bit. Take it like a man. He's got his slash attack, and his last one is kind of like an AoE knockback. That doesn't do, I don't think it does any damage, or very little damage, but it will just knock you back. It will knock the melee DPSs back and that kind of stuff. Okay, in a minute, in phase 2, when we get to phase 2, you'll know when phase 2 starts. Here is phase 2 actually. You'll see nails kind of in the floor behind him. They're like orange little pillars sticking out the floor. I'm not sure if you can see it behind them, but they're there. You want everyone, all of the DPSs to be on them and destroying them, because when he jumps to the middle in a minute and does his Hellfire attack, if the nails aren't destroyed, there's a very, very good chance that everyone in the party will be dismissed and just be absolutely destroyed. Here is his Hellfire attack. Look. See, we destroyed all the nails, and look how much damage that does, and it only becomes more powerful when he's got the nails in. So what I actually recommend, guys, is use your limit breaks on the nails, okay? Because if you don't destroy the nails, you die. So get your DPS. If you got like a mage DPS, get them to do the limit break, because you've got 3 limit breaks. Don't forget. If not, you can go and start, at 1 nail and go round in kind of a like a square, and destroy them that way with your limit breaks. But very, very important, you definitely destroy them. When he teleports to the middle and is about to do his Hellfire attack, everybody who has defensive abilities, make sure you pop them, and any group heals that you kind of can do, make sure you do them as well, because like you just saw, it's a huge devastating attack that does heavy damage, and sometimes you can't get back from it. So you want to be just as prepared as you possibly can, defensive abilities and group heals, and be ready to heal your team back up after that point. That leads us on to phase 3 now. So we're in phase 3 at the moment. This is all the same. So he's got his charge attacks, but he's now got 3 of him. It's maybe a 3rd clone of him now. 1, 2, 3 will shoot across. Remember what I said earlier in the video, that the left one will always go first. Then you have his radiant plumes, but instead of just making a circle around the outside of the room or a clump in the middle of the room, it will actually fill the whole room apart from this space in front of him. So you just got to be in, out, shake it all about at that point. And that's it, guys. That's the only kind of difference. Once you're in phase 3, it's kind of just getting the stuns on the eruption, because his eruptions are even just so deadly at this point. If you miss a stun on phase 3 on the eruption, there's a good chance there's going to be members that are going down, because his eruptions are super powerful at this point. So just make sure your paladin's there to stun, and getting out the way of his radiant plumes, getting your tank to facing him away from the group. That's it, and obviously avoiding the easily avoidable charges. Okay, if anybody dies when he's charging across at you, it's like, oh, palm to face moment, because you just don't need that. So it's kind of like a tank's battle here. Okay, if your tank's not stunning, you won't be able to do this. Apart from that, guys, we are coming to the end of the fight. This kind of drops powerful level 60 item level weapons, which are inspired by Ifrit, so they kind of look like Ifrit's horns. They're kind of made from Ifrit's horns, and they glow like fiery glow in them. They look really, really cool. They're kind of, one of the best weapons that you can get early on after reaching level 50 and opening up this hard mode for you. So it's really, really good to spam this out. You can get through it in about 10 minutes if you've got a good group. If you don't, it can be a nightmare. But like I said, it is doable with 2 warriors. Just make sure you alternate between stuns if you do have 2 warriors. Apart from that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and like, comment, subscribe.